Hey, everybody. How we doing?
Well, we all know how intelligent Kyle Hamilton is. How much do you sense or get a feeling of how that translates to the football field?
You always throw these trick questions at me. I can't figure them out.
We just know Kyle's one of the most intelligent, smarter than all of us, but how does that help him be a football player on the field? How has it helped him more or the most?
I think guys like Kyle, some guys that were here before Kyle, guys like Ed, per se, they pick up the defense so fast, and they're out there, and they're not thinking about our calls. They're not thinking about our scheme. Now, early on, probably year one, year two, but right now, where he's at in the phase of his football life, what he's doing is diagnosing the situation. He knows the down and distance. He knows the personnel group that's in the huddle. He can see and recognize a formation, so he's one step ahead. And so, like Eddie, you just don't fall into 63 or 64 interceptions and get a gold jacket, right? Everybody was like, how does he do it? It's preparation. So, Kyle, behind the scenes, he prepares as good as anybody. He watches a ton of film, so he's got, most every play kind of whittled down to one or two plays in every situation, so gives him a chance to make plays.
The defensive backs have talked about how they've been getting together off the field to watch film and just, hang out and bond and all that stuff. But I know Ed was a huge guy that way, getting guys together. How important can that be? Yeah,
I think it's about the brotherhood, as they say, as we say, and I think that's huge. I think, the game is one thing, but those relationships, we always talk about this game's going to fade at one point for, all of us that are coaching and playing, but the relationships are for life. So I think that bond, breaking bread, doing things outside the building, getting to know somebody, not just the football player. This is what they do. It's not necessarily like who they are as human beings. So I love the fact that they get together and they spend time. And, we're hoping as coaches that some of that time's being devoted to football, and they're watching tape together and breaking bread, which I know they're doing. So it's just one of those things. The more you invest, you're going to do everything within your power not to let your teammate down, let your brother down. And so as you continue to build those relationships, that bond just gets greater and greater. So, yeah.
Chuck, they have to make some decisions, obviously, in coming hour. You've been around a lot of good football players over the years. How pleased were you with just the talent level as a whole in the defensive backfield?
Yeah, so 37th year in coaching, 19th in the National Football League. This is as good a group as I've been around in those 19 years in the National Football League. One thing they don't miss, like talent levels, but they don't miss on like the football character of the guys that come in here. So top to bottom, it is a tough day. There's going to be some tough conversations to be had. We're going to have to say goodbye to a lot of really good football players, but the guys that are here. The guys that won't be, they've done enough and put enough good stuff out there on tape. We always tell them when they come in that, the reality is we got 90 here, only 53 make it. So, you're trying to make this team and 31 others. So they've always done a great job here, EDC and the personnel guys of bringing in a great group of guys that, they love football. Their football character is off the charts. And, we're going to have to say goodbye to a bunch of good players.
Were you fired up for Keon Martin on Saturday? I mean, he was obviously one of those guys who's making a late push to be on the team.
Yeah, he's done it all preseason, right? Every single game, it's like, who is this kid? He just shows up and he makes plays. He's so instinctive. He's so smart. His football savvy. His football IQ is off the charts. You see him walk in the building, and there's no way you're thinking, okay, he's working in IT, or something, or breaking tape down for somebody. And surely he can't be putting pads on and going intercepting footballs for touchdown in the National Football League. But at $160, I think he is, $166 maybe. He'll say he's $170, but he can't be. He can't be. But, yeah, he's a tremendous player. He did a great job.
Chuck, what benefit do you think the grades that you guys have up in the positional rooms kind of had on the team, the competition, the position groups, whatever?
The grades? I think, you know, from a motivation standpoint, guys want to be recognized, you know, and I think when you go in there, you know, what you do out here on the practice field, what you put on tape, and then you're getting recognized, especially in front of your peers. I think it's really good. And then the other thing is, you know, if you're not doing good, you're making some mistakes and some bad things are happening, that's going to get posted too. So you don't want to be that guy for sure. But anytime you can walk into a room and you can see your name at the top of a leaderboard in one of those impactful categories, I think that's great.
Where have you seen Malachi Starks show the most growth over training camp?
Probably these last, I mean, he's been awesome the whole time, but I think the game's really slowed down for him. He's done a great job and picked up our defense. So like I talked about Kyle earlier, he's now starting to be able to take the next step. He's, you know, level 100, you know, level 200. Now he's getting into 300 level courses and being able to play a lot faster, play situations better, play down in distances, personnel groups, all those kind of things. So the game's really slowing down for him. He's just a natural, you know, back there. So really, really smart guy.
Chuck, you now have Derrick Henry. He's on your side. Many years he was on the opposite side. What would you tell your defenders on, you know, how to bring down Derrick Henry?
Yeah, there's one thing that's pretty much the same size on every man, and that's the ankles. You know, so hit them low, slide down, get the ankles together, and hang on for dear life. You know, because if you get those feet wrapped up and those ankles wrapped up, you got a chance to get them on the ground. So you better get to him before he gets rolling.
Right.
You know, so yeah, good luck. It's like I tell my wife when she's headed to the beauty salon. You know, good luck. I didn't mean that. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me for that.
Sorry, already tweeted out.
Yeah, dogs.
Chuck, to have someone, again, on the other side of the ball, like a DeAndre Hopkins, just what is the kind of frustration level for a DB to know that you can do everything right and still someone like you can make the quarterback right?
Yeah, he frustrated us for a long, long time being in the AFC South, having to go against him all those years, you know. He's just so crafty and such a great route runner and so savvy. And he knows every trick in the book on how to get open, how to create separation. You can cover him like a blanket, and he can still come down with the ball. So it's great for our guys because they know if they can, you know, line up against him in practice and do a good job and hold him down and make a play, you know, here and there. And then, you know, from a, you know, just to have a chance to sit down with him and say, okay, what are you seeing? What am I giving away from a technique standpoint, a leverage standpoint? What am I doing wrong in press against you? What can you tell me about, you know, this guy that you played with? There's so much knowledge and so much wisdom there to be had, but certainly he's great. He's great for our guys to go against and leading up to, you know, playing our opponents.
Chuck, two more. Ruben Larry is one of those young guys who's made a bunch of plays all summer. We know his IQ very high. What's stood out to you the most about him as you've watched him over the course of 6 weeks?
Consistency. Yeah, he just, every single day you knew exactly what you were going to get. And he's one of those guys that, you know, first in the building, last to leave. From day one, he was asking all the right questions. He takes care of himself. He takes care of his body. He's not going to be one of those guys that walks out on that field is not prepared, doesn't know what he's going to do. So he's just been a model of consistency since he's been there, and you know that preparation shows up. Thank you guys. Thank you.